of your wives and your children. Your families wondered where you've been. Knowing that you're still here. So again, immediately the charge. My mom is leading the guards. And we get to the whole city at large. I hear back from Nestor. No Helen and protector. Means her father killed her brother's Hector. And in her strength now. Is that well of pride? You're in your pain now. Yourself inside. What do you think for? What do you fight for? What do you fight for? What do you fight for? Penelope, Penelope, to learn more cross. Fight for us, I fight for us. I'm on my way. What do you fight for? What is to come? I'll be open. Only be dealt with right here and now. Hello.
All the Deathbringer soldiers.
Because someone's son. Oh, run like anyone who amazed before. I'm ready. I think you're ready.
Damn, he took them down.
Just an infant.
One down at least.
It's just a
I actually get
boy.
away.
The Lord open and the breath as he blows. The mortal born is the son of the Troy's, the own Prince Hector. And he'll grow from a boy to an avenger. When him now, you would know enough to say goodbye to Penelope.
Seems like he's just shooting.
Penelope,
Let's make that not actually dead. Like,
isn't that my own? Thank you. Congratulations on getting 50 subscribers. I'm here for ya, down on my knees for ya. It's just the will of the gods. Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. Your hand is something you won't. Is whose?
Babylon Project Log 4/8/1999, Gamma Churchill.
I'm in a secure location. No transmissions in or out. As of an hour ago, Deathbringer has completed the first infiltration attempt. He has successfully entered the facility with the information inaccurate.
Okay, so the guy that he was with, Aaron, is pretty much, I guess, acting as a Deathbringer. Like he's supposed to, he's fitting in with them. That's his way of infiltrating.
When I left for my days in England I've slain the price of pain and this pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the pain. How could I hurt you?
Maybe it's my dying spirit grasping.
I'm just a man who's trying to go home. And after years away from what I've known, I'm just a man trying for his life. Thought I would to the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man.
When we first began answer to something unusual.
Become a meteor. I'll become a place. I'll become a monster. When does the ripple become a tidal wave? Does the ripple become the blame? Does the man become a monster? When become a meteor. The man will become a place. Become a
Everything that happened just now.
monster.
Everything that happened just now.
But the problem's not the distance, it's what lies in between. And then it goes so full speed
On the feed, without bright speed, what was always depleted? 600 men. I'm shaking.
So Captain, what's the plan?
Captain, what's the plan? What's mine? Just to land. I'm looking for my second in command. Now full speed ahead. Opportunities.
I see an eye, I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe there are people lighting a fire, maybe they'll share some food, who knows? Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke. I say we strike first, we don't have time to waste, so let's break the place down. Pull the trees, you will go ahead. You will go ahead. We should try to find a way no one ends up dead. We don't know what's ahead. Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead.
Full speed
Delta was trying to make our own Akashic planes so that we can have our own solar systems that we can connect in a way of fighting against the sun, taking them down and everything like that. And then in the final steps, we get all the hell. Video 5. Hero.
Thank you.
Fake Bringer Report 4/9. On April 7, 1999, Fake Bringer successfully infiltrated the now
It's just
Starkill
gonna be a
infested
pin
battle site
thing
and
on
retrieved
my
intel regarding
streams.
Starkill's operations.
Because I realize I don't make it.
Amongst the findings was a file containing data on Dr. Robert Spencer's assimilation and subsequent transformation. This event, known as the Rebirth Event, has led to the growth of a Starkill mass far larger than any biomass previously recorded. The central intelligence of this Starkill mass has obtained the ability to mimic human speech. He calls himself Admiral Nero. Battle site. Easter.
600
Spencer's
men.
cryopod. Tower battle.
600 men under my command. one in mind. Return to a homeland.
This is in milliseconds. So we actually did see this on the video. It kind of just
600 miles of open sea. Promise
seems
not
to go
the
around
distance.
like Cam
In
Records
between,
/7.
the clouds waiting. Kingdom is waiting.
Yes, that's
What
how
is
it's
waiting for me? Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Gorilla Cash.
These files prove that the Star Code used automatic from the tower down to Rose this week.
Source depleted. 600
The tower is enabled the Star Code to gain
miles.
control
Take
of
what
the
we
Death
can.
Riders.
And what's the plan? Captain, what's the plan?
It's hypothesized that this
Let's
attack
fly.
was premeditated.
Lead us to land.
Alright, and that was
We're
the
through
Midwest
my second in command.
confused me with this
With
is
full
that the
speed
release happened like your season 1 release, and then the first episode of season 2 release, which was called Metal Dimension. And I watched it, but I was also very confused by a lot of names that we were given. I didn't know who Admiral Nero was. I
In
didn't
the
know who Pyso
distance,
was.
I see an island. Zero lights that faintly glow. There's a cold lighting a fire. Little share some food, who knows?
Explains the
Who's
beginning
off
of season
me?
1
I
entirely.
see a
Like,
fire, but there's no smoke. Time to wait. Make the place end.
Well done. And I
Get
recommend
up
that if you haven't already,
and
go
I'll
watch
go
Homebound.
ahead. And I'll go ahead.
Again, in my season 2 video
Find
that I
a
do,
way, no
but I
one
definitely
ends
have
up
to make a
dead.
whole separate
Know
video
what's
on this,
ahead
just to go
till
over
sunrise. If
because
we don't return, man can make this whole place burn. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. And we're off and away we go. Full speed ahead.
Now, Admiral Nero and that entire site is now like one of the biggest masses of Starkill ever seen before. I'm excited to rewatch Homebound myself, just to fully, see the after effects of everything that happens right now, and to dive into season 2, because I can't wait to see where season 2 goes after this. Like, just when humanity was screwed in season 1,
And then
and then it was like,
getting
alright, here we go, we're
nervous.
gonna plan to fight
Do
back.
yourself a
Let's get what's going on here,
service.
we're gonna plan to fight back. And then it,
Relax, my friend. I'm fine.
screwed
My
again.
cheese.
just
All that we have been through, life what we get into.
successful in season 2.
Another time of the war and bloodshed. This is how we're supposed to live. We think we're forward and upset. We take what we should give. Use person that you trust them. You up and lower your guard. It's just me. You try, it's got that heart I'm telling you. Life is amazing.
On the Starkill and
With
give
open
humanity a
arms.
chance to fight back again, but I guess we'll just have to see in season 2. But of course,
With a
we
heart.
always do. If you enjoyed the series that you watched today, please be sure to go support the original creator.
The world is how to
Angelica, whose link to the channel will be at the top of the description down below. Please be sure to go and support our analog horror content creators. I am a part of Midwest Angelica's Patreon, which will be linked in the description down below. And they told me how they make the episodes a lot on there. And it's incredibly impressive. There's like some behind the scenes images of how they do
100
things.
friends are
And it really is
waiting
mind-blowing
us to
because
show our
analog horror is
faces.
such a
Like a
style
morning
to it, like just the color palette and the way things are shown, it all
we
just
don't
fits so
get
well
back
together, like really
safely.
thrown off
Then
by
this
anything.
moon plays
And
into
it's such a
places.
masterpiece, honestly. I was getting definitely very
See,
confused with the
this life is amazing. We read it with open
so I
arms.
can really appreciate that
We
about this. It
face
just makes me more
fighting
excited
and
to
eating from the heart.
Angelica has absolutely
Place light up the world. Here's how to
merch for the
start.
season 2 finale yesterday, so definitely for the season 2 finale yesterday.
See that I am free.
Go check out their merch. It's down in the description down below. I will buy some of them after the
You are know it's just for joy. Baby, slowly, through my mind, never let you see. Together with
I actually already
open
have one of the shirts
arms.
with the logo on it.
Oh,
And
maybe just a real quick.
To my friend, the kindness is brave.
Where there's other food to eat. Cave. They're saying there's a cave where we could feast. There we find this food-filled cave. It's hard for some amazing when you read it with open arms. There's no faith, there's so much inside my heart. When I embrace it, I get the world, here's how to start. The world with open arms, get the world with open arms. The world with open arms. You've forgotten the lessons I taught you. You've forgotten you've run off your heart, this is not you. You're changing from how I've designed you. You've forgotten your purpose, me remind you. One is a wisdom, master of war, on mission, greatest warrior. Challenge is the skill, boy only the best could kill. The boy came for the thrill. His mind rival the boar's own will. Maybe one day you'll follow me. Make a greater tomorrow. This day I know he'll change the world, cause he's the warrior of mine. Maybe one day I'll reach him. He can use their skills as I teach him. The answer is the warrior of the mind.
really going on here. And this series was created by Hollow Wolves, whose link to the channel will be at the top of the description down below. Please be sure to go and support your analog horror
Yourself.
creators. Alright guys, we got a lot of
Don't watching me, show yourself.
Let's jump right in.
I can see you. Fall for my bluff. Ha 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 ha.
Forever friend.
And then you lied to me, what's your name? You first and maybe I'll do the same. Let's try, but two can play this game. Don't be modest, you're a goddess. So let's be honest, you are Athena. Badass in the arena. The queen of strategies we've seen. Looking for a mentor, let me show your time's well spent. With a plan, goddess and man, bestest of friends, see where it ends. Maybe one day you'll follow me. We'll make a greater tomorrow. I know you'll change the world, cause you're the warriors of the mind. One day we'll face them. We can build their skills as we teach them. The problem, the answer is the warrior of the mind. Pretend to make sure you don't fall behind. Get in your warrior, a very special kind. The warrior of the mind.
Back. So obviously we start off with this drawing and
Don't disappoint me.
this thing is, and the sun has a smiley face, which I'm gonna ignore for now. But we got this creepy ass thing, and this is what we see throughout the rest of the video. It's very hard to see. It's like over here on the left, barely visible, and it's making some noise, and it sounds like it's talking, but I can't understand this part.
If this cake is all it has to eat, I gotta hand it to you both. This is quite the treat.
So at the end there, it sounds like you hear that point right there, that POV that we just watched, is actually someone's perspective from like laying in their bed, and that noise at the end, that tapping, is the creature slamming its arms against the bed. Now, this ending section where we see the creature here and you hear these noises, that actually is reverse audio, and I can pretty much get every word that it says during that section. So it sounds like something was stopping this thing from this child's friend forever. We're obviously not sure what yet. And of course, at the absolute end of the video, we get this missing poster, which says Armin, age 13, it looks like, or maybe that could be 15, wearing a black shirt with red Christmas pants, could be holding and then it's hard to see these first two words, but it says doll at the end. Immediately I want to think that this thing is originally this kid's doll, and somehow transforms into this monstrous creature, and that may be why in the video...
So we've done some damage.
Yuppie, is that you? Because it looks like it's doll, but a little more twisted now. And one more thing is at the absolute beginning of this video, like literally the first second before the video even starts, you can see it, that is someone's face. And I'd like to guess that is probably what Armin's face actually looks like under the black square in the missing poster. And one more thing is that in the description it says, Jordan here, got a look at new stuffed animal today. Hope he likes it. 1 of 17, first victim. So now, I'm not really sure exactly whose POV we see in this video, whether it's Armin's or...
I like to skip on occasion. That's great.
They were the first victim. This is like a very short first entry to the series, and the next video is a lot longer, so maybe we'll get some more context on who's who, whose POV we saw in this one. This thing looks creepy, and I don't like that it comes and visits you and stands over your bed at night. But basically, what we should know is that this thing, this creature, most likely comes from a stuffed animal, possibly called Yuppie or something similar, and it wants to be friends with children forever, and in turn it seems it makes them go missing. Alright, on to the next one. Yeah, we're hearing vlogs. Warning, if you're reviewing this video, send it to anyone you know. Spreading the word is the only way to help. Hold on, relax. If you're reviewing this video, send it to anyone you know. Spreading the word is the only way to help bring light to the situation covered in this video. It is all we can do. Viewer discretion is advised. It sounds like we're about to deal with a serious issue. This video will be broken into segments by D in order to get... You know, sometimes when I watch these videos, I generally question if it's going too fast or if I just have bad reading skills. It's probably a little bit of both. This video will be broken into segments by D in order to better show the timeline of the following incidents. 1980.
For your life,
Okay, so it is named
600 lives at stake.
This video will be
Just one life to take. Yeah, we can remember our journey's over.
and any organizations. The doll, known as Yuppie. In the year 1989, that doll was launched and advertised onto local television stations in the state of New Hampshire. Okay, hold on. Let me get a good look at this thing. Doll Yuppie was known for its, at the time, innovative recording technology. Later that year, the doll had gained major popularity in the state and neighboring states in the New England region. Yuppie, you were talking bedtime buddy. Okay, so I guess that makes sense why it's near the bed in the last video. But that thing doesn't look much like the original one, right? Like, it doesn't look like what we just saw in the last video. Anonymous creator of the Yuppie doll had paid for it to be advertised, having presumably little funding. One ad was produced and ran on air. The following was the advertisement shown.
Your lives a break.
on a minute. First of all, what TV station? I don't care how much you're paying. This is really bad. To be advertising for kids, not good. I mean, I'm saying that, but apparently it's sold. So the concept is, if you're a kid who can't sleep at night, you touch the button on the back of this thing, say your name to the doll, and then it'll say your name back to you in a statement. And apparently that will help you fall asleep. Personally, I think as a kid, it would probably keep me up more because I'd be wanting to talk to it. But whatever. It's originally $40, but you can get $10 off if you call a specific number. I'm not sure what that would do or like what the purpose of that would be, but let's keep going. After viewing the ad, many called the phone number pictured in hopes for a quick response. Some callers waited some time on the line with no answer. Many callers also reported hearing a voice. The voice appeared to be distorted and corrupt and only played for a short period of time. No records of this audio clip have been recovered, but the same details and description has been shared among the few that called. 1992, the Jordan Armin case. 1992, on January 12th, a man identified as Jordan Armin of Keene, New Hampshire, documented his encounter with the Yuppie doll he had purchased the previous Christmas for his son. Jordan had reported hearing a loud banging sound coming from his son's bedroom the night of the 11th. Jordan stated that it resembled the sound of a large board being broken. The morning of the 12th, Jordan found his son's room in ruin. Jordan's son, whose name will not be released, seemed to have no recollection of this ever taking place and seemingly slept well. Although Jordan's son mentioned hearing his Yuppie doll repeat a number of statements and he fell asleep that night, the statements included: "A new friend for us. Keep your windows open for us. Sleep tight, new friend." As far as we knew, the doll was never programmed in such a way that would allow those statements to be made unless recorded by the owner of the doll. Jordan and his son claimed to have never recorded the documented lines into the doll. Jordan's son also mentioned the voice that came from the doll was not one he knew or recognized. Jordan went to local authorities about the odd incident but found no help. He speculated that it may have been due to the absurdity of the claims. But then, in April of 1993, Jordan had decided to move to a new home with his wife and son. Only 5 days after moving in, Jordan found his son's room once again damaged. No photographs taken of the 1993 damage feature any prominent proof of an intruder of any sort. Local authorities once again were of no help. Jordan decided to set up a camera in the hallway leading up to his son's bedroom the night after the incident. With many blurred, distorted images of nothing, the camera was able to make out one photograph. The following image may be disturbing to some viewers. We assume you that it is crucial if it's immature for continuing. Okay, so this makes sense now. So the case that we're learning about right now is literally what happened in the first video. We got the name Armin. I thought it was the first name of the kid, but it's actually the last name. And Jordan is his dad, and his dad got him the gift. And I'm guessing that his son's name is Luke. And that's why the description of the last video says, Jordan here got Luke a new stuffed animal thing today. Hope he likes it. He got his son Yuppie, and then all of this happened. I hate that his legs look like that. Jordan, along with multiple other people in the New England, have in recent years also had similar situations. Once Robert Mostis of Lincoln in New Hampshire claimed to have seen a similar man when asked about it in an internet forum. Robert stated the thing looked around 20 feet tall when I saw it, standing right there in my backyard, right next to my daughter's purple doll. Okay, so one thing I want to say off the bat, just based off the information we have, I don't think Yuppie is actually the same thing as that tall creature. At least that's what I think right now, because the Yuppie doll does tell Luke, a new friend for us, keep your windows open for us, sleep tight, new friend. And the fact that the Yuppie doll says a new friend for us makes me think either it's talking to Luke, being like, hey, we have a new friend, talking about the 20 feet tall, creepy thing that we saw in the photograph, and saying like, keep your windows open for us, like keep your windows open so that he can come in. So right now I think that they're separate things, and the Yuppie is kind of the gateway to get that other thing into the kids. Actually, wait, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, they definitely can't be the same, because it also says in Robert's statement in an online forum that he saw the 20 foot tall thing standing next to his daughter and his daughter's purple doll, which is Yuppie. 2000, the first disappearance. On December 12th of 17 people across New Hampshire reported their children missing. Many calls were received on the 12th reporting that they had spotted some sort of suspicious black tall figure in their children's bedroom that night. Many of the phone calls were investigated and the children were found. None of the children taken remember anything that happened other than a few children that remembered voice lines playing from their Yuppie doll. Almost all the children owned a Yuppie doll or had a neighbor that owned one. A petition that week was started to eliminate all Yuppie products and dolls and help to raise money for the families of the still missing children. One case stood out to us. Previously mentioned Jordan Armin's son. Armin's son had gone missing from his home on the 12th of December and 3 weeks later still not found. Jordan stated, "I can see that thing in my house still. It's a constant reminder that he's gone. There's nothing we can do but pray." Many videos were compiled of people's encounters with the kidnapper from that December. One King resident stated that she saw the doll in her house every night, but it never seemed to actually be there. A Plymouth resident stated that he encountered the tall man in his backyard playing on a swing set. That January, with 7 kids still missing, authorities put out statements online and in person advising parents to set up cameras and keep an eye out for a man or multiple men with a large white mask standing at around 18 feet tall. Video footage of anonymous source in Milford, New Hampshire depicts their creature speaking to their son in his bedroom. Captions have been added to help make out what the masked man said. Okay, the following footage may be disturbing. Rachel Dennis, whose daughter had still been one of the 7 children missing, took this video of a similar looking masked creature in her bedroom window. She has not seen the creature since. Once again, the following clip may be disturbing.
Never seen before. It's for a storm.
In January 2001, 7 remaining children were found dead in an abandoned home in Manchester, New Hampshire. With slight bruising and swelling, the children seemingly had only died too quick, and only died within the week of them being found.
Hello.
Leaving many questions. Questions that are yet to be answered. In recent years, the presence of the Yuppie doll is almost fully non-existent. All dolls that have been previously owned are now being locked
I'm good, how are you?
to prevent whatever spirit may have been within them to lose access to our world. 2006. Where is Yuppie now? Yuppie is not gone. Eliminating the physical existence of the doll will not prevent the demons from accessing us.
Nice.
The creature still waits in my home. The creature is a constant reminder. What?
What do I do? What do I think you do?
connections to these disappearances by bringing light to it and remembering the ones we lost. Share these videos, spread the word is all we can do. Thank you. There's something right at the end there. There's like some kind of text underneath the middle, and then I believe this is a picture of the garment, the creature, and then a hallway. Dude, I'm an hour and 10 minutes into this recording, and I'm only 2 videos in right now. Just to recap. So in 2017, kids get reported missing. Most of the parents whose kids were missing reported seeing the black figure in their kids' room. Some of the children ended up being found, but they had no memory. It seems like 10 of them were found, because we know that 7 of them end up dead later. But 10 of the children are found, and they seem to have no memory of anything happening, but they do remember their yuppie doll saying some weird things on the night that they did disappear, but they don't specify what that is. 3 weeks after, it seems that the parents of the missing children can still see this like figure in their kids' room sometimes, in their houses, and even sometimes still see the yuppie doll, even though they got rid of the yuppie doll, or it may not even actually be there. And we do end up getting a few recordings like this one. Obviously you see it there with the yuppie doll, right? And then we get this one, but this one's a lot more confusing. They lock me away. It encases my pain. Freedom. Now here's the thing that I want to point out. This one looks a bit different, and maybe I'm overthinking that a bit, but that face structure looks different compared to this one. Like the eyes seem to be a lot bigger on this one, and the nose is a bit sharper. And then this one, the nose is longer, but the eyes seem to be smaller. And then even the one in the end also looks different, because it does have a pointed nose, but the eyes seem to be bigger here, more rounded and larger. And then even after these recordings were made, a few weeks later, all 7 of the children were found dead in an abandoned house. They were found with slight bruising and swelling. And then it seems that all the yuppie dolls ended up being burned or locked away, because these parents realized that this had something to do with the yuppie doll, and that doll is cursed, so let's just get rid of it entirely. Okay, I had originally talked about a theory for 10 minutes until I realized that I was totally wrong, because I misunderstood what the creature says at the end of the video. But I've sat down and gone over this again, so I'm just gonna re-explain the information to you. So right before the creature starts speaking, we actually do get text on screen for 2 frames, and it says Luke wants to blank you. I'm not sure what this word is. It could be Luke wants to warn you, Luke wants to show you. I want to say it's probably warns you, at least that's the word I feel like could fit there, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, what the creature says is so hard to understand, because the voice is so distorted. But I sat here for a very long time, and I think I got about 90% of what it says, except for a few missing words here and there. So I'm going to play the video back for you guys with my own subtitles added to it, and here's what I got. The footage we're seeing, I guess, it could be from Luke's perspective before he got taken, and it's honestly just very disturbing hearing these things be said to a child. I don't think there's any exact relevance to the lore of this creature or to explaining why it does what it does. I will say it bothers me a lot that I can't get the beginning of that first sentence starting the second part, because it sounds like it's saying your or you'll blank help won't prevent me from loving you, but it doesn't sound like parents, so I'm not sure what word would fit there. Now, one thing I do have to say is I'm honestly unsure if multiple creatures or just one attached to all the yuppie dolls, because sometimes the creature's face looks exactly the same in different periods appearances, and then sometimes it looks like it has different features, but I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on that as these videos continue. But I am excited to see more. I will tell you from this perspective now, it's been a few days after I recorded this video, and I have had a nightmare about this thing already, actually, which is crazy because that doesn't happen often. All right, let's jump into the next video. I went to grandma's for the weekend because mom and dad are out. Hey, we got pizza at grandma's house.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
It's a yuppie. I've wanted one real bad. Bedtime. This one definitely looks way different from the other one. Yes, this is construction as far as the face goes, like the outside there, but its face is okay. And in the description of this video, it says second victim of hostage, which we do learn. Her father saw a picture next to her. Here's my problem. I'm pretty sure
Hello. I'm good, how are you?
It's not just one of these creatures that's connected to all of the Yankees. They're all we also know videos that but I do like the style, like I was just like kind of like a drawn picture of the screen sometimes. Like it gets a little more 3D later on. So I am excited to see that. But even still, like that piece at the end of entry 1, where you just hear the creature talking and it's kind of just moving across the screen, is very unnerving with its voice. So I am still liking the series a lot so far, and we still have so much left to go over. The Alvarian logs. Entry 2.
I must say, what a brilliant speech you gave.
Recovered archive of a game produced by the creator of the Yummy Plush Productions. Made a video game. The video was found by an anonymous source and was forwarded to the authorities as evidence. The title of the file was emily'sgame.mov. Fast or fuzz? I think probably it's fuzz. Photo 5 depiction of a red boy face that seems to match the description provided to us by numerous other officers involved in the streaming experiences. Multiple attempts to contact the victim in recent days may have received no further information. He insists on stating to Officer Crawford the photos are proof he was here.
Our name's Officer David.
eyes on you. Waiting. Future be free. There is a world to help you get home. That's not a world I know. See upon the past romance and sacrifice of man, trails of betrayal and a brother's final stand. You're on the brink of death. You draw your final breath. You ways to make home alive. No longer you. It can be. We suffered and sailed through the toughest of hells. Now tell us our efforts for nothing. I see your palace covered in red. Is your love? Real and a brother's final stand. See you on the brink of death. See you draw your final breath. Be a man who gets to make it home alive. It's no longer you. Turned against us. Suffering becomes so endless. Remind to reunite with my extreme. Let's jam. Please lay the pond across the sea. So, we're finding me. I gave guilt. We find another kind of fight. Closer to my close. What if I'm the monster? The club's filled with guilt and he kills her life in the middle of the night. The friend I meant to avenge his friend, sleep like he's done right. Restaurants meant to pigs to protect her, and there she going insane. She learned to get colder when she got older, and now she spares them the pain. You know down and makes her fleet drown. He's doing something wrong. They press a check. He must be respecting them now. No one dares piss him off. He still has to sleep in the ocean because he is vile. Vile remorse and more lives with a god. Became a monster. And I built away. And to make him stronger. I became a monster. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. That I know as well. I lost my best friend, lost my mentor, my mom. I'm treating God. Can't go on to get to me, Penelope. The Lamachus. If we must sail through dangerous oceans, just I'm a monster. Oh, my head hurts. Me. Lamachus. This is mercy upon ourselves. Okay. All the restrictions. In the water and kiss me. This before. But I'm afraid of the waters. Safe and sound. Play with me and our daughter and the crown. I was, but I'm suffering, trying to float the whole time. On you, as that sounds, I hear I'm crying. Wandering from you, I'm firm, I feel on the ground. Wandering from you. If you answer a question or two. I'm about to evade him. How I will get home. I spoke of, he will chase you high and low. You never know where you'll go. I can't think wrong now. To love is to love. The only way home, I was to love. When you ask, now you know. Jump in the water. That'll be why. You know I'm too shy, terrified. Suffering from you. I would die. You let me stay dry. Suffering from you. On in the ship at the same time. Suffering from you. Things I do for you. charade, you are no wife of mine. I'm trying to live my life this whole time. In the water, there are packs of you hiding. I know exactly what you are, a siren. And your wife knows I'm not scared of the water. Knows I don't have a daughter. You're still turning my men into snacks. And I noticed that your friends got snatched. We are a different beast now. We are a different beast now. And I won't make me suffering from you. We are a man-made monster. We are the ones who conquer. We are the ones who take suffering from you. We've been away from home for 12 years or so. We stayed in our own war. Now we're here with our foe. On the run from Poseidon. It's a ship with no crew. There lies nearby, there were sirens. They list to their dooms. They fill their ears with beeswax, but we resist your song. You pretended to be my wife, and just played along. Lift your lips in praises, looking for information about every route in the horizon. I'm about to get back to my island. We are a different beast now. We are the ones who feast now. No more of us disease. We will take more suffering from you. We are the main monster. We are the ones who conquer. We are the threat no longer. We will take more suffering from you. For us, oh, spare us, please. The next group of whales are the part of the sea. Now you wouldn't have spared me. You mistake that this cost my life. You make merchants not see my wife. Or the hails. And this clown. No, I was back in the water. Let me drown. And he's a different beast now. He is the one who feasts now. No more of us to see. He won't take more suffering from you. He is the man-made monster. He is the one who conquers. You are a threat no longer. He will take more suffering. More. Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all. It's good to see us. This is a
acknowledge the existence and do everything opposite of what we were just told. For example, in the beginning, this area is like a container for it to be in. There's like footage of it. This mask is what it had on when I saw it later, several different times. They're documenting it, they're recording it, and then they say that, they see it, talk to them every night, multiple occasions, that it's in its dreams, and that it's showing them to go somewhere up north. This is what I'm confused about. I'm not sure why it told them to go to this lake. Then obviously our character does go to the lake, and they end up seeing these like things coming out of the water. They get these visions on the camera, these masks. They're doing the worst thing you could possibly do for this thing, which is interacting and doing what it wants. And that's why it must become so strong that in the end, it just straight up kills the guy. Now, one more important piece of information. It started crying in my basement yesterday as well. It looks a lot like my friend Andrew from my class when it starts talking. Okay, editing Marcus here. So to be honest, I originally had a theory where I thought maybe the kids were becoming the entities after they got taken. But I'm still not sure on that. I do think it's very weird that, the entities are still haunting the homes of the kids that were taken. in the last video, Emily apparently appeared in the room, but she was all contorted, and then the mask appeared, and now this kid is saying that the creature looked like his friend. It's all just really weird, and it feels like it was leaning towards maybe the kids are becoming entities, but I'm wondering if, because the entities took these children, can they just take on their features, and they're using that against parents and stuff to make them think about the kids more, and then, you know, grow stronger, like I was saying before. But I just want to bring this up because I thought these were interesting points that, you know, Emily appeared in the room, but turns out that it was the entity, and then this kid sees the entity, but it looks like his friend. I just think it's a little weird, and definitely something that we should pay attention to in future videos. I'm locked in because we're getting a lot of bits and pieces here and there, and it's all starting to fit into place little by little. So, here we go. That's my thoughts on next one. What are we focusing on here?
If anyone in chat has any questions, so I can stop singing,
This
that'd
is
be
December
great.
1st, 27 lakes across New England contain substantial traces of chlamydia pneumoniae. No living organisms have been found. Hold up, what the hell is that?
Chlamydia pneumoniae.
Okay, that is pronounced chlamydia pneumoniae. That's a mouthful. And it's basically a type of bacteria that could cause a respiratory tract infection. And people usually get this from coughing or sneezing because it's spreading it. But 27 lakes across New England contain traces of this. And as we know in the last video, the last guy was told to move towards a lake. Enter the hive. What in the back rooms? What is going on? Okay, we're going into the sketchy doorway. What is going on? Where are we? Oh, hello. Full but still hungry. I don't even know what we just watched. Okay, there is some Morse code in the description, and thankfully it's in like the dash dot form, so I'll be able to translate this one pretty well. Oh no. So here, just take a look at this. When you put it in a translator, you get this. You could kind of understand it's like 12 children, 7 here, there's something of the riser wrapped, and it's a bit messed up. But thankfully, big shout out to this comment, Planaria. Morse code appears to be incomplete/corrupted. Too many instances of words making more sense if a dot or dash was added here or there for it to seem like a cipher or anything more complex. After no small amount of trial and error, the message seems most likely to be 12 children ages 7 to 14, 15, or 16 were found at the bottom of the river wrapped in a vein-like mass. And it's basically 14, 15, or 16 because that area of the Moors can be altered several different ways, very slightly, but it's somewhere between ages 7 to 16, it seems like. 12 children? That doesn't even make sense. 12 children. That would have to be a completely separate group, right? From the original, 17 that we saw. And in a vein-like mass, I would say that what we saw in the last video, that big, it looked like a circle with humans walking in it, could be what this is talking about. And that's why when that guy went to the lake, he had, visions of it on his camera. But it's so weird that this, I'm not sure if it's meant to be the back rooms or something else, but this is giving me backrooms vibes right here, but this could just be I don't even know. Now remember, these things apparently come from opposing dimensions, so there's a chance that maybe this could be the opposing dimension, and this is someone's perspective or a kid's perspective as he gets eaten by this thing. Now it's just full but still hungry, but finally was able to catch it. Jeez, I literally went frame by frame for so long. It's so hard to see, but it says December will come again at the bottom there, which could be implying that this thing is full, but it's still hungry, and it's okay because December will come around again, and it'll get more children as victims and feed on more of them. So this could mean that just the case that we heard about of the 17 kids that have gone missing, that may have happened several times before as the years have gone on, and maybe it's just not been as understood or known as the 17 kids case. Maybe kids just disappear and parents are oh, don't really know why, and really it's because of this thing. But let's jump into entry 4 because I need to know more. The Ovarium Logs, entry 4. NHU Spectre Research and Preservation Center. Spectre? The following tape will act as a guide to the 287 dimensional reader. Viewing of this tape is greatly suggested before operating a 287 reader in any way. Okay. Step 1. What is the reader and how does it operate? 287-dimensional reader is a semi-thermal reader device designed to provide heat signatures of duo-dimensional organisms with imperfect properties. So it can show the heat signature of these creatures when you use it. It looks like a camera. The device can be used to track or identify organisms with duo-dimensional properties by giving photo evidence of heat signatures not apparent to the viewer otherwise. Okay, so it helps you see it when you can't actually see it. Step 2. How to set up your reader. Well, hey. Once out of the box, begin by pressing the large red button on the top until the white lights on the left side of the reader light up red. When the lights turn red, the reader's in photo mode. We're about to soon be used.
Final say.
Okay, hello. Hey, hello. Okay, so this is what we already read. When the reader is mounted and in secure place, it's time to take your photographs. Step 3, taking the photos. Begin by pressing the green button on the back of the reader located above the monitor. This button transfers the camera's light modulators to a multi-dimensional material viewing state. Sick. Press the large red button twice for the reader to take a photo. After a minute or two of processing, the photograph will appear that shows the landscape currently in front of you and the same landscape on opposing planes. Okay, I see. So it takes the picture in multiple dimensions. The photographed picture is of a wall. As you can see, the image appears as an overlay overlaid image from one reality on top of the other. It's our hope that this guide was able to provide insight on how the reader works and how to set it up. Wait, but I'm not quite understanding the wall thing. Now open the door all the way. At 2:13, I began to test on the door using the 287 mounted on a table. Whatever it is that appeared on the monitor is not a base reality. The device seems to work. 2:13 a.m. Okay. I understand now. It does look like you can see the door there, but now you can see this creature too. I'd appreciate it if it was a little more high res. The thing's taken over my home. I saw the thing leaving last night through my back door and followed it down to the river about a mile down the road from my place. Dude, your camera's loud as hell. Is that someone screaming?
Hobbies like mirrors, Victoria Rivers, it's scary, legendary, crazy. Where's the man who look you like a roll, crazy? Man who loved your life, spent 20 years, with no opening. Please just a single opportunity.
Facility on Wildbrook River. Get your
Boy.
customers.
The shrimp of the mother couldn't choose a new
Brand new
place.
type of creature. I just want to point out this one also looks different. Like if you see here, the nose on it looks a lot more pointed and angular rather than just looking like a kind of like a human nose but just distorted. This is like specifically pointed. Ah man, I'm just so confused because that's it right there, right? But then we get a picture of this thing and this, like I guess it could be the same as this thing that we saw here, but then like there's this other completely different thing which was by the river, and this is brand new. That doesn't look anything like what we saw, and the description for this one confuses me too. It shows a timestamp and it says 03 is when they arrived to the hives, and that's like, I feel like that's used in timestamps, but nothing happens in 03 in this video. Like in 03 it's literally just the start of the video, there's nothing there. I'm confused by this one, man. But it looks like there's more than just the creature that we were seeing, or at least maybe this could be another form of it. Man, every time I'm like, alright guys, let's go to the next one, because we'll probably figure out what happened in this video, and then we end up just getting so much more. At least we learned that there's like a camera that can see these things now, even when you can't actually see it in real life. God, I should have realized this before, but the hive, that backroom looking place, is probably the hive. Alright, let's go to the next one, man. Oh god. I really thought I had this at the start, and now I'm like losing it a bit because I feel like I'm losing a lot of details or maybe missing a lot of details. But we'll go on to the next one. I'm not giving up yet or anything like that because I know that a lot of these things, or at least even a lot of these series, sometimes the first chapter, the first archive, can be so confusing because they're throwing so many ideas at you, and then later on they all come together, and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. The Ovarian Logs, outside my house.mov. Robert Warren, a farmer from southern Maine, shared with us a documentation of his encounter with an odd home intruder. Southern Maine, huh? From what we can see in the video, it appears to be some sort of animal with various malformations across its body. We're unsure why this animal would have any interest in entering the home. An interview with Robert Warren was performed after numerous calls were sent in regarding what he saw in his window. Walked back to my house, and then about an hour later I heard it knocking on my window. I'm about to share is all I can see. Oh damn, since we got the Addy, come on. I wanna see what you wrote. Okay, I see something there at the end of the road. Yeah.
I don't know who your friend is. I don't know what it's like, but my time is the best day of my life. If I got to fight and I didn't die, never felt strong before. You're my friend, I couldn't ask for more. And so I think.
Oh man, it's so blurry. No, I can't even see what it is. It looks like this is the body, head, and then arm, and then another arm. And it just looks like it's kind of distorted here. I mean, I guess this could be the same thing, right? That we've been seeing. It's got a weird shaped head, long, dark body, and then skinny or arms or legs, whatever you want to call them. Actually, this thing appears to like never have legs, so it's just like kind of, I don't know, like attached to the ground somehow, and yet it still moves. It's quite weird. I'm not gonna lie though, the interview is a little too distorted. I can't make out a lot of what's being said there. Only like bits and pieces. I can't even get a sentence. Yeah, but there's not much we could get out of this video other than the fact that it says Southern Maine. Now it's important to note that Maine and New Hampshire are like literally right next to each other, so I guess it makes sense, but it shows that it's breaching out of New Hampshire a bit and going more into Maine. And I wonder if that means that it's going to end up going more into other neighboring states like Massachusetts or even eventually getting to New York and further beyond. But I honestly don't have much to say about that one because I just think the interview, it does sound like in the interview he was just saying like he saw this thing, followed it down the road, and then gave up on it, went back home, and then it knocked on his window. But let's just go into the next one. The Ovarian vlogs. They followed me home. Okay, this next video might have copyrighted audio, and based on how the YouTube system works, sometimes it doesn't tell me that the audio is copyrighted for months. So if any part of this section is muted or sounds weird, it's because I had to mute the audio later. Here we go. A message from NABY. Proper boating safety. This is going to have to do with the lake again. Today we'll be discussing proper boating safety and tips for out on the water. I'm liking the appearance of this one a lot. It's our hope at the NABY that these tips will provide valuable information for the next time you decide to venture out into the water of our world. Tip number 1. When boating, it is important that you pack emergency equipment. Having a few life preservers or jackets available may save a life if something unplanned occurs. Most boats are equipped with storage compartments that allow for items such as these to be stored in case of an emergency. Great boating tip. Tip number 2. Knowing where to go is very important out at sea. It can be challenging to find a way around a body of water with no map or guide. Always keep a map of the area you plan to explore available so you never get lost out at sea in an unfamiliar territory. Fair enough. Tip number 3. On the water past 3:03 a.m., close your eyes. So that is a purposely specific time. Oh my god. Okay. Remember the timestamp 03? Oh my. If passengers are aboard your boat, advise them to stay still. If you were a passenger who's talking from distant voice, do not acknowledge him. Do not acknowledge the DDCs. I really like this video compared to a lot of the others. So first of all, the description says too close to the hive, which now makes me think like 100% that the hive is under these lakes or underwater maybe, and that's why there's like, we're going over boating safety rules, because I guess if the hive's underwater, then you're getting too close to the hive, and we do get that POV. Let's just go back and look at that creature again, or that thing. So you see it here. This looks, I don't even know, this thing isn't like black in color like the earlier creatures we were seeing. This looks more like the more recent one that we saw, the new one. And then this is weird here too. At tip 3, the image changes to a completely different image, and I don't even know what this is. This could be someone on a boat in water. Yeah, this looks like it could be a boat, like a very small boat. Look at the end here. When it looks towards the window, like this thing, it looks like there's teeth here, and it looks like it's blocking the entire window. Like you can see there are browns here. It looks huge, whatever it is.
Oh, I'm a fan of catchy songs. So many times gone. Nico is in the wrong.
They start to crawl up the windows there.
All we did was reimburse
I mean,
them.
it's pretty big. It's already like up here-ish, and there's still parts of its
Sing
body coming
another
from down
verse.
here. I gotta say, shout out to Hollow Walls, because you can see, like, as the series goes on, that they're trying different things in several of the
Not
videos. Like, some of them
given
it's
its
just
force,
2D,
shall I
some of them
give
they're
him
going
my
to
support.
3D, and
He
some of them
sacrificed
they're
his own
mixing both.
cohort.
So I do
And
like
yet
that
he
they keep
fell to
trying new things.
listen.
It's very, very cool to
And
see.
then
But
imprisoned.
we're jumping straight to the next one because I need to get more. It seems like the entry videos we get a lot of information about things, and then in the other videos it's kind of just people witnessing these creatures. So right now we have one more of these like witnessing videos, and then the next video is another entry. So also one more thing I do want to say, it does specifically say if on the water past 3:03 a.m. close your eyes, which makes sense to the description in the last entry video, because the last entry video said 03 is when they arrive to the hives. And also 3:03 has been seen several times throughout the series. I thought it was just like a 3 a.m. time, but I didn't realize that 3:03 is the exact time. So we'll definitely have to keep note of that. But alright, here we go, next video. The Alvarian blocks. Keep your windows open. This morning I opened Instagram to an odd account on my recent searches. I never searched for this account. Oh, so we're really in modern day now. Keep your windows open. This is the page. 03. Well, the username calls back to... Remember the creature used to say, keep your windows open. Profile photo looks almost exactly like the window to my living room. But remember, when we were learning about DDCs, it said that they can like manifest in so many different ways through like thoughts, brain waves, objects. Like that's how they can communicate and manifest into the world. So what if this Instagram account isn't actually, you know what I mean, real? It's just appearing to this guy because that's the way that the DDC is connecting to him. I managed to get access to the account by guessing the password. It was 111111 for some reason. When I got in, the profile picture changed and the screenshot I took earlier was now the only post. Oh. So it somehow... This is the profile. So this account, he sees it, takes a screenshot of the profile picture, then ends up being able to hack into it, and it's posted the screenshot on his phone. Yeah, this has to be the DDC messing with him. What is that profile photo though? Yeah, that window's definitely extremely similar to his. And at about 10 or so that night, I opened up the phone to this. Okay, hold up. First of all, this creature is, I would say, different from all the ones we've seen now that we actually get somewhat of a decent look at it. It's very long, and it has, this looks like a skull face, but it's different from the other ones. It's almost a red looking, this one. I'm colorblind though, so I could be wrong. But it looks like it's red, or I think it's red. It's very long. This was definitely that thing that was on that person's window.
Alright, I am done with my drawing. Thank you all for being on the stream. Have a good day or night. Whatever time zone it is for you. Bye-bye.